But they only met for a couple months in the autumn. The rest of the time, the room was empty, so they were often in the habit of loaning their meeting space out to various groups of people that would come to this city to meet. Just so happens that in May of 1775, there was a group of gentlemen in the city from 13 different British colonies calling themselves the Continental Congress. They needed a place to meet, and the legislature said, hey, why don't you use our meeting space? These guys are in town trying to figure out what to do about all the problems they've been having with the mother country. For about 12 years up to that point, the British Parliament had been passing all kinds of laws which affected the colonists' lives, their liberties, their property. Of course, the colonists didn't like this because they had no representation in Parliament. They felt this went against their rights as British subjects. They had protested for those 12 years. Protests had taken different forms. There had been boycotts, riots, tea parties, petitions. They even sent lobbyists over there to speak for them on their behalf. The most famous, of course, being Philadelphia's own Benjamin Franklin. The effort sometimes seemed to work. There were times that Parliament did repeal some of the laws that they passed. But throughout this whole period, Parliament did insist that it was their right to legislate over the colony. They weren't going to stop. In the autumn of 1774, when the first Continental Congress met, at that time they actually sent a petition to the king, hoping that the king might take their side on this whole issue they're having with Parliament. In fact, some thought that King George III had no idea what had been going on. All they had to do was explain to him what was happening, and he'd immediately come to their rescue, which is thankfully what happened. There. One person paid attention. No, the king only supported Parliament and all these measures, including that measure which sent soldiers over here, armed guys wearing red coats whose task it was to enforce parliamentary authority over the colonists, to use force if necessary, which is what it came down to. April 1775, we have our first battle, Lexington and Concord. In June, Bunker or Breed's Hill. Now, it's in May, folks, smack dab in the middle of those two battles, Congress starts meeting in the building next door. By that time, they had already learned that the king had rejected their petition. Now blood has been shed. People are putting their lives on the line for what they believe in. Where before, they were not thinking independence. Now, quite a few are. One more attempt is made at reconciliation. When in July of 1775, out of this building comes the Olive Branch petition. Sent to the king. One more attempt to reconcile. If it had been successful, of course, we'd all be touring Olive Branch Hall today. But two was rejected. There'd be other events. Winter of 76, 77, the British Navy cruising the coast, harassing. Fire, actually they burned Norfolk to the ground. There's the publication of Thomas Paine's Common Sense. All these things and more, folks. What's finally realized by many of the colonists was discovered by the men meeting in the building next door is that the only way they're going to be able to protect their rights as British subjects was to no longer be British subjects. We even had we got a soundtrack here. I'll say something about that. But anyway, independence, folks. Resolution for independence passed in the building next door, July 2nd, 1776. Of course, why we call it Independence Hall. And we'll be going in there very shortly. It also is the building where, once we decide that we are going to govern ourselves, is where our first frameworks for government are created. We'll be talking a little bit about that as well while we're in the building. The building we're going into is very old. It's over 270 years old. We do ask that while you're in there, you not eat, drink, smoke, or chew gum. If you want to use the flash on your camera, feel free to do that. That's fine. Not a problem. And also, during the tour, you'll need to stay with me. You can't wander around on your own. And finally, we do ask that cell phones either be turned off, silenced. Please don't use them during the tour.